2011, you guys, the same year you came to the Philippines, you opened for Metallica finally, right?
Holy shit, yeah. Fuck.
Did you get, how was that experience opening for Metallica finally?
Wow, man. I again, I feel like some of the times you hear me my stories, you may think I'm just making this all sound so cute and like, so like Hollywood, but it is what happened, man. It's true. Uh, uh, we got this call from a guy called Steve, who was a booking agent in Flash Entertainment. Now, Flash Entertainment were the promoters. So, and this came out of nowhere, man. This was me waking up one morning to a phone call and like a bunch of text messages at like 9:30. No one knew in the UAE Metallica were coming to town. Nobody knew that. It wasn't like underground news or exclusive breaking news that only the elitists in the scene knew. It was like complete shock. All of a sudden, we wake up one morning, and the back of the newspaper and the tabloid, it says Metallica Death Magnetic World Tour live in Abu Dhabi. And people who went to work, not me because I was in bed. I mean, I'm a music teacher today. I teach music, so I get up at a comfortable time. I don't do a 9 to 6, and I'm a freelancer. I work in events and stuff. And I was sleeping, man, and I got this phone call and this text message saying, "Dude, Metallica are coming to the UAE." Like a lot of messages, screenshots, attachments, links.
Right.
And everyone woke up to this news that morning. Sometime, and this was in September, I think, because the gig was on October 25th, 2011. Obviously, I know that date. It's imprinted in my brain. I'll never forget it. Changed one of the biggest gigs I'll ever play in my life. So it was October 25th, 2011. But the news came out really just 6 weeks before. So it was like out of nowhere. And when I saw that, I was like, holy crap, man. At that point, they were a band for 30 years. And they've never played the Middle East ever. I mean, the closest they've come to is probably Istanbul, which is Turkey, and Israel, probably Tel Aviv. But never in the GCC, never in the actual Middle East, So, and as a band who's been around for 30 years, and not just a band, like the metal band, Metallica is something we all have our Metallica stories, whether you're in the States or in Asia or Sri Lanka or India or wherever. And that was the first time they were playing India too, by the way. They were going from the UAE to India, Bangalore and Delhi. One of those shows got canceled too. So anyway, I woke up that morning to this news that they're coming, and I'm like, oh my God, man, this is fucking incredible. I was like, I went on the internet, booked my snake pit tickets, the front row, 500 dirhams for those, or 600. Messaged Rami before I did that because he was in Doha and James was in Dubai, right? And said, hey man, I'm booking my ticket. Do you want me to book one for you? Because I knew he was going to come, obviously. This is Metallica.
Right.
This is a band we've never seen before live. But this is a band that definitely got us into this style of music when we were kids, growing up. We were covering Metallica songs. Everyone was. Any guitarist would cover Metallica songs growing up learning. So it was like, hey man, do you want me to book your ticket too? Because I'm doing it right now. And he was like, yeah, sure. Dude, get me the same snake pit ticket and $5.95. Yeah, whatever. We'll figure it all out, man. It's in 6 weeks. So we booked our tickets, man, that morning. Fast forward to what was like 1 week later, 7 to 10 days later, man. Now I'm sitting down with my tickets, right? And we're excited to see Metallica for the first time ever. Never been in the Middle East. Very important gig for us because they're coming home. Get this call from a guy called Steve. Hey, no, actually, I didn't get a call. It was an email. It was an email saying, hey guys, to the booking Nervecell booking email. Hey guys, give me a call on this number. I'd like to discuss something with you. Number was given. I looked at his signature. It said Steve something, whatever his last name was, Flash Entertainment. So I was like, okay, this could be anything. This could be a press interview for us. Right. This could be us. This could be them asking us for information about where do they promote or if we could speak to them about how it feels to be a fan to have Metallica come in, or them just asking us for information of where are the mediums to us to promote to metalheads.
Right.
That's what I was thinking, because it was very like straight up. It was one line: "Hey guys, give us a call. We'd like to discuss something with you." So I thought it was like, this has nothing to do with Nervecell's agenda, nothing. Just they probably found us because they saw that we've been that band playing metal music and a local base. So they thought we would be a source for us to ask us for information of where to advertise and who to interview and blah, blah, blah. They call the number up and the guy picks up. He's like, hey, I was like, hey, Steve, this is Barney. I got an email from you guys saying to call this number. He's like, yeah. He's like, right. So, we have this big band in town, right? And I know this conversation from quote unquote start to finish because it changed my fucking life. And I just sleep for 3 days after it. True story. So he goes, hey, he's like, yeah, man, yeah, thanks for calling. He's like, so we have this big band in town, right? Coming to town. And I was like, yeah, that's crazy, man. Thank you guys so much for doing that. That's awesome. I'm sure a lot of people are going to appreciate it. I already booked my ticket. He's like, yeah, well, I don't think you're going to need that anymore. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, we didn't speak to you guys about this, but we had passed your music on to them. And we got the green light from Metallica's management that they're okay with having an opening band. And so we pitched you guys. And if you guys are available on October 25th, we'd like you guys to play. And dude, I couldn't believe what I fucking heard, man. I was like, this is a joke, right? I just seriously held my phone and I heard this guy say that. I was like, instinctively, my reaction was, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I don't care if this guy's a CEO of a company or whatever. My response was, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I just said that. And he's like laughing like you are. And he's like, no, man. He's like, I'm serious. He's like, you guys got the slot. And now, just put this into perspective. I didn't even ask for the slot. I didn't even think about this slot.
Right.
I was a ticket holder. I'm gonna watch the band. I'm gonna watch the band as a fan, be in the audience and watch this experience, watch this all unfold. Metallica for the first time in the Middle East, first gig ever in the Middle East, 30 years around, being around as a band, playing in Dubai. And he's asking me, are you available? Because we got the green light from their management for you guys to play. And I never even thought about this. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And he's like, no, man. So would you guys be okay with, and he quoted me a price, what they would pay Nervecell. Would you guys be okay with this price? Because I wasn't giving him an answer. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm stuck on that. And he's like, yeah, would you guys, no, I'm not. I was like, and would you guys be okay with this amount? And I'm like, not even thinking numbers. I'm just like, I was like, dude, I'll come walking to Abu Dhabi right now. It's a good hour and a half drive. I was like, I'll come walking to Abu Dhabi right now. Where do I sign up? Well, sure, send me the contract. And he's like, all right, check your email in about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm just busy doing a few things. I'll get around to it. I'll draft it to you. And then if you would appreciate if you guys can sign it and send it back to me within the next 48 hours. Because we need to advertise. Because at that time, the poster was just Metallica. So then they would go to the press the following week after the weekend's over supported by special guest Nervecell. And I had to send them all that information as you do. And I was like, all right, yeah, I'll wait for your email. Talk to you later. Put the phone down, man. Again, I go straight to, I talk to my family first because they're the closest to me. And I tell my folks this, and I tell my brothers this, and I'm like, you won't believe what just happened. And they were like, dude, it was a life-changing moment. Like, it was one of those calls, it was like one of the highlights of my life till date, man. It doesn't get better than that, especially when you're so invested at this point into the band, and then you get this calling. It's like, all right, now you know why you went through all those things in life, because this is it. It's finally happening. People have finally acknowledged and accepted and credited you now for all your work that you've been working towards. Nobody was probably listening before this. Nobody was. But then that really puts things into perspective, because I just immediately started thinking about, now it makes sense why I went through all that. Now it makes sense why we did all of this. Now it makes sense why all those compromises and sacrifices are probably going to see the light of day and pay off. You know, because that's it, man. That kind of cast it in stone. Metallica, supported by Nervecell, and that's the fuck it. That was the gig, and I was like, that put things in stone, and it casted it in everyone's heads that, right, our history is sort of like now being recognized for all what we've gone through, you know. And I was like, that's just gonna speak volumes, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. Like, I think we did what we had to do to achieve that. And again, true story, you'll not hear it any different in any other interview I do when they ask me this question. That's how it rolled out. And I didn't sleep for 3 days, man. I could not, because every time I went to bed, man, I was like, fuck, is this really happening, man? Like, it's happening. Okay. Try and sleep. No, is it really happening? Like, honestly. And I looked like a jackass, man. I would go out in those 3 days, and I just constantly just smiling when driving, smiling when going to the supermarket, just smiling. And people probably thought I was fucking stupid or something, like it was something's wrong with me. But true story, man, life changing.
That's amazing. Uh,